This is Dr. and welcome to Trusting Time Pro Show. It is Monday, July 28, 2025, and tonight I'll be talking about Monday Night Raw, but I'm not alone. Joining me for this is none other than Michael 101 by 91.
How you doing, guys? Thank you, Datila, for having me on once again. Always enjoy doing these.
Yeah, of course. Always a pleasure having you here. All right, so tonight's Raw was the go-home show to SummerSlam, and we all know how I feel about the go-home shows.
And I'm going to leave it to Datila here. Give the speech that you always say whenever we get to a go-home show.
So I always feel that the purpose of a go-home show is to get you excited for the pay-per-view. If you haven't been watching Monday Night Raw, the go-home show is supposed to get you excited, get you to tune into the pay-per-view. In old times, to get you to buy the pay-per-view, you know?
And did this go-home show do it to you for Monday Night Raw tonight? Did it make you excited?
We will get into that as we discuss the show. All right, so tonight's Raw kicked off with the Hulk Hogan tribute. It was a 10-bell salute, and they aired a video package. As we all know, Hulk Hogan passed away.
Cardiac arrest.
A cardiac arrest on Thursday?
Yeah, it was Thursday.
On this past Thursday at 71 years old. So, they're doing a paid tribute tonight on Raw and on SmackDown. This was a nice tribute. I think that one I think that they do really well is video packages, and I really did enjoy the video package too of Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, I thought this was a pretty cool video package. I thought it was very well done. WWE went all out on this, and I thought that it was very emotional. It's like like what Cody Rhodes said in the video package later on, that they showed that Hulk Hogan is like the Babe Ruth of professional wrestling.
Yeah,
and
it definitely was.
I'm glad that I caught this because I did not get to watch SmackDown on Friday because I had a power outage in my area. So it was good that I saw this video package that WWE done tonight, and I really loved it.
I will say this, and I don't want to make anybody feel old by me saying this, but I wasn't even a thought when Hulkamania was running wild back in the 80s,
Same as me.
But there's no denying that his contributions to pro wrestling are, pro wrestling wouldn't be where it is today if it wasn't for him.
Yeah, Hulkamania was way hot in the 80s and into the early 90s. It kind of started maybe 91, 92 was when it started to fluctuate a little bit. And Hogan, without a doubt, when you think of Hogan, you think of the red and yellow, you think of Real American by Rick Derringer. I think that's how you pronounce the singer's name. Sadly, he's passed away. You think of the NWO, and you think of all the feuds that he had. His feud with Andre the Giant, which led to WrestleMania 3, that classic match where he body slammed Andre. His match at WrestleMania 5 for the WWE Championship against Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah.
And of course, he would be the one to turn on Macho Man at Bash at the Beach 96, culminating in that awesome, great heel turn, one of the best heel turns in the history of the business.
So this was in 96, right?
It was at WCW Bash at the Beach 96.
Okay, so I was 3 and I did not get to experience that live. And if I did, I do not recall witnessing that live. So to see the video, to see obviously the video, the rewind of it was actually pretty cool. I can't imagine what that must have been like experiencing that live. I wish I could have gotten that opportunity.
It was like shocking for its time because Hulk Hogan was not a heel. He was always a babyface, and for him to turn heel, that sent shockwaves throughout the world of professional wrestling and for its fans.
I bet.
And you could tell by like when he delivered that leg drop on Macho Man, everybody was like, "What is going on?" And then everybody was throwing crap into the ring.
Mm-hmm.
So that all culminated with the birth of the NWO with him, Scott Hall, and Kevin Nash.
Yeah, it's a new world order.
Mm-hmm. The New World Order.
All right, so Monday Night Raw then proceeded with a Jey Uso segment. Now, I felt like this was just your typical opening segment. You know, Paul Heyman was trying to convince Jey that he didn't need Roman Reigns. This was basically to promote the main event, which was Jey Uso versus Bronson Reed. This really didn't do anything for me.
Same as me. This was a very flat promo from Paul Heyman. It goes into, you know, Jey Uso, him talking about Jey Uso and, you know, how, you know, Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker are going to dominate. And then he goes into about family. And I'm like, after, you know, he talked about that, he mentions, "Oh, did your mom tell you about Santa Claus and how he doesn't exist?" I'm like, really? Is that necessary? This cheesy, awful, you know, lines that he was given.
Mm-hmm. So,
I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I this didn't do it for me. Like, this was not a good way to open Raw.
No.
All right.
Now, Datila, did this feel like a filler show to you?
Yeah, it kind of did.
Because it felt like filler for me.
Mm-hmm. All right, so next we get a 6-person mixed tag match. It's AJ Styles and the Kabuki Warriors versus Judgment Day in the form of Raquel Rodriguez, Roxanne Perez, and Dominic Mysterio. I actually thought this was a really fun match.
I thought it was just okay to me.
And I liked this match. That was really fun. I really liked when AJ Styles launched Kari Zayn onto Raquel Rodriguez on the outside. That was a really cool
best
spot
of the match.
Yes. And AJ Styles and the Kabuki Warriors are victorious with AJ pinning Dominic here. So, like I said, I thought this was a fun match. I thought this was a great opening match to Raw. So, but
right. Did this get me hyped for Styles and Dominic? No.
Yeah. I feel like we'll talk more about this when we do predictions, but I feel like Dom's gonna find a way to retain.
Without doubt. Because if Styles won, you know, if Styles won tonight, you know that Dominic's retaining.
Oh yeah, exactly. Since AJ Styles and the Kabuki Warriors won tonight, more than likely, Judgment Day is gonna retain all their titles. Mm-hmm. Next, we get a Sheamus interview, and he basically talks about his match with Rusev, and he says that, as to quote Big E, it was big meaty men slapping meat. Now he's interrupted by the Grayson Waller and the New Day. And Grayson Waller alludes to the fact that he dumped Austin Theory, which kind of sucks that they did it off screen. I really wish that they would have done it on screen because they teased it for so long that we didn't get that payoff, you know?
I thought that was a stupid way to
to do that. I think he's hurt or something. At least that's what Grayson Waller said. I don't know if that's true. I haven't heard anything.
New Day was still in mourning from their World Tag Team Championship loss.
Io says, can't wait for SummerSlam. I'm going to be at MetLife. Oh, you're going to be at MetLife. Awesome.
I was going to go to SummerSlam, but those tickets are so expensive for it.
Oh, I bet. You know, I was surprised Survivor Street tickets were really inexpensive.
Well, it's San Diego. What do you expect? At least you'll be there.
I've never been to Petco Park, so I'm pretty excited to go.
And for all of you, I will be at Monday Night Raw next week at Barclays.
What side are you going to be on the camera side so I can look for you?
No camera side. I'm in I think section 12 or something like that, so it's not on camera side.
Okay. So basically, this whole interview leads into a match. You know, Grayson Waller thinking that Day has his back, but they build on him. This leads into Sheamus versus Grayson Waller match that Sheamus won.
Banger match.
Huh?
Banger match.
Yeah, basically. Rusev tried to get involved, but it failed. Sheamus still won, and then at the end, Rusev attacked Sheamus with the shillelagh. So obviously, this feud between them is not over. I feel like we might get a stipulation match.
Yeah.
Since it seems like it's not happening at SummerSlam, it might happen at Clash at Paris.
I would like that.
Same. Next, we get a Naomi interview. And honestly, like I said before, and I'll say it again, Naomi doing her best work since she turned heel. This is what she really needed. Like, she says she doesn't care the past, present, or the future of the women's division except her. She's going to take them all out. So, really great work that she's doing. I'm so glad she turned heel. She needed it. She needed this.
This is the best version of Naomi. I love this. I love this version of Naomi.
Same here.
Pride with caution.
Proceed with caution.
Proceed with caution.
Yeah.
Except pride with caution. Yeah, have some pride and some caution.
So next we get a Paul Heyman segment, and he's basically talking to the group, like Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, saying that they're pretty much nothing without, saying that people, that Jay's family are saying that they're nothing without a leader. And basically the whole point of this is that Braun Breaker tells Paul Heyman he has a plan, and they want Bronson Reed to destroy Jey Uso, basically, in the main event. So, again, this segment really doesn't do much for me. It's just supposed to promote the main event.
Yeah. Can we go back to the New Day Grayson Waller thing? Didn't Xavier Woods to you look like Brian Keith with the hat on?
Oh, yeah.
In the black shirt.
Yeah,
I was like, is this Xavier Woods or did Brian Keith like secretly signed with WWE?
We'll talk more about the New Day when we get to the tag team match.
Yeah.
So next we get a Lyra Valkyria segment, and how can I say this? She's definitely not the best talker. I think that she could definitely use a mouthpiece, but I was just not a huge fan of this.
Yeah, this was awful. Yeah, calling she said about her shoes that she was wearing. She called Becky Stompers.
They look like Spice Girl shoes.
Like, what?
Anybody remember the Spice Girls? Am I showing my age here?
I remember them.
Yeah.
Very nostalgic. Me and Datila are showing our ages.
Yeah, my back started hurting as they said Spice Girls. So yeah, I was not a huge fan of her promo.
Yeah.
A brawl broke out between her and Becky, Becky emerging from under the ring with the kendo stick. So
I felt like Lyra in her promo, she forgot that SummerSlam was this weekend because she was like, in 2 weeks, 1 week.
Do y'all think Bayley's going to interfere in this match? I think so.
I think so.
Remember, Lyra Valkyria got involved in Bayley's match. So I definitely do see Bayley returning the favor and getting involved in her match.
Yeah. The promo wasn't that good.
Yeah, this was not a good promo. She definitely needs a mouthpiece.
Go buy your Becky Stompers.
Okay, so next we get a Sami Zayn sit-down interview. And basically the whole point of this is that, Karrion Kross interrupts, and Karrion Kross vows to beat Sami at SummerSlam, and Sami Zayn vows to beat Karrion Kross at SummerSlam. So I feel like if it doesn't end at SummerSlam, they have to have at least one more match with the stipulation for the feud to end.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens with this feud. But I don't think I think it's far from over.
I like to see them go into Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, I think that should be the final match between them.
Mm-hmm. Because Hell in a Cell fits for Karrion Kross's gimmick.
It does. So we get a Bayley interview, and she's talking about how she lost her opportunity at the IC title, the tag titles, miss WrestleMania, and is apparently going to miss SummerSlam. And she said a loss for words. So I wonder if maybe we're going to see a heel Bayley again, or she's just going to it seems like how Io said, if she could interfere in this match, I think so too. But you think we're going to see a heel Bayley again, or you think she's just going to continue being a babyface?
I think she's going to continue being a babyface. I mean, she was just healed not too long ago. So if she goes back to being a heel, then her turning babyface made no sense whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't mind seeing her go back to being a heel.
Yeah, I think she's a decent heel.
Yeah, but I think that that Bayley deserves better. I mean, she missed WrestleMania, and now she's missing SummerSlam.
Yeah,
Obviously, she deserves better.
She does deserve better. And she debuted a Damage Control at SummerSlam a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So
in
we'll see.
In Nashville.
Mm-hmm. All right, we get an 8-woman tag match. It's Naomi, Chelsea Green in the Secret Hervice versus Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Stephanie Vaquer, and Nikki Bella. I think this was a decent match. It was an okay match.
Yeah, folks, obviously, Nikki Bella in the ring in 2025. Just what we need.
I think some of the highlights in this match were Nikki and Io Sky doing her her pose, and then Piper Niven's mocking them.
Yeah.
But obviously the babyfaces were going to win this. So Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Stephanie Vaquer, and Nikki Bella all won. Why is Chelsea Green in the Secret Hervice on Raw again?
My thinking are the same as yours. Why?
They're just throwing the draft out the window.
And why is Nikki Bella still here? I thought that it was supposed to be a one and done for her at Evolution in that Battle Royal.
I guess not. All right. So I know this happened a little later, but let's just go ahead and talk about it. When they go backstage, all the women are celebrating, but Io Sky does tell Rhea that does stop Rhea from leaving, and Rhea tells Io Sky that she's finally gonna have her number at SummerSlam, and Io Sky is quick to remind her that she hasn't beaten her and never will. And I honestly think that Naomi, in my opinion, should walk out as champion. It's her first title defense. There's no way she should be losing that one.
Yeah, she's still retaining.
Oh, yeah.
Can we say that Io and Rhea coexisted in this in this 8-woman tag?
Oh,
That's a shock.
Yeah, they did the whole can they coexist?
But they did coexist.
I know.
That's a shock. Because usually they don't coexist.
Right? So we get a Judgment Day segment. And I thought it was hilarious how you could see Raquel, Dom, and Roxanne, how they're all down because they lost. And Finn Balor tries to cheer them up. Now, it's kind of interesting how Dom asks Finn Balor and JD if he needs assistance, but Finn Balor tells him to stay back and play video games. And then Roxanne Perez hands him a Nintendo. It seems like a Nintendo Switch 2. And if he wants to pay $2K25.
So he gets a free Nintendo Switch 2.
Well, he had to get a video game since Carlito took the PS5.
Mm-hmm.
You know how much $2K25 on the Switch is?
No.
So I believe the Undertaker version is let me see. Simple answer to no other heels who are women to fill a woman tag, and Nikki Bella needs some money due to the money she needs to give her husband.
Yeah, that's the only reason why she's there.
Yeah, so 2K25 on the Switch, there are two versions of the Switch. I mean, there are two versions of the game. There's a regular edition, there's Deadman edition, and then there's a Roman Reigns edition. And then the standard edition. So the standard edition is $69.99.
$70?
Yeah. Yeah. The Deadman edition is $100, and then the Bloodline edition is $130.
What?
Yeah.
Remember years ago when games used to be like $50, $60?
Yeah, I know. I spent $60 on Hogwarts Legacy for my Switch.
So, Datila, what version of 2K25 are you going to get for the Switch 2? Yes, Datila did get a Nintendo Switch 2.
I do have the Nintendo Switch. I have it right here.
So, what version are you going to get of 2K25 if you get it?
Probably the Island of 2K be asking too much money, yeah. Probably just a Bloodline edition because I think the Bloodline edition comes with the Deadman edition, so it's kind of pointless just to get the Deadman edition. So you might as well just get the
I
Bloodline
didn't even
edition.
know that.
Yeah, it says right there.
I might as well get the Bloodline edition.
But you can only play it on the Nintendo Switch too. You can't play it on the regular Nintendo Switch.
Well, I have the PS5, so.
I like Hogwarts Legacy. Oh yeah, it's a fun game. I chose Slytherin as my house. But since I can have different files, I'm probably going to go back and choose each house.
That sucks. Since you don't have the PS5, you can't play each other in 2K25.
Yeah, I wasn't not going to get the PS5. But anywho, we're getting off topic.
Yeah.
let's get back onto the conversation here. So Raquel, obviously being the faithful best friend, reminds Dom that Liv also likes playing video games. So seems like Dom is slowly falling for Roxanne. And remember, during their match, Roxanne protected Dom from AJ Styles, which I feel like Roxanne is definitely going to be the reason why Dom retains his IC title.
And then when Liv comes back, there's the feud. Liv and Roxanne.
Exactly.
Dominic on a pole match.
Okay.
No, actually, Dominic in a shark cage match.
Again?
Yeah.
All right. Next, we get the World Tag Team title match. It's the LWO versus the Chimiteira. I actually really did like this match. I did, but I feel so bad for the LWO because it seems like ever since Rey Mysterio got injured, they really don't know what to do with the LWO here.
Yeah.
Ladder match winner gets custody of Dom.
The ghost of Eddie Guerrero comes down.
Yeah, Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro, they're underrated. They definitely have potential. I think that they had a really good showing in this match.
I enjoyed them ever since they were in Legado del Fantasma.
Yeah. And I think that they need to be utilized more in the tag team division. And, New Day is right to say that they're mourning the tag team division because when you look at the tag team division on Raw, when you compare to the tag team division on SmackDown, aside from Pretty Deadly, they're pretty much using all of the tag teams, but that's because I think Kit Wilson is out with an injury, I think.
I don't know. But I was being sarcastic. I'm like, Pretty who?
So, okay, who's the tag team on Raw? So you got the Judgment Day, you got the War Raiders, which, by the way, where are the War Raiders?
Where are they?
You got the LWO, you got the New Day, and then you have...
American Made.
American Made, yeah. So 5 teams, pretty much.
Compare that to the SmackDown tag team. The Raw tag team division is just awful.
Yeah, Emmanuel says yes, that's correct. They should have never split the tag titles. But then you would run into a situation where it's just the same teams,
With the tag title belts, we only need one belt. We only need one belt for the tag teams.
But yeah,
that's how it was back in the day. We only had one tag team title belt. Yeah.
But I do agree with the New Day when they say they're mourning because there's not enough tag teams on Raw. I mean, where's Dragon Lee?
Catering.
He's feuding with El Banda Americano.
But
still, I feel like they could do so much more with the tag team division on Raw than what they're doing. We lost 8-Town Down Under. We really didn't get an explanation. I guess, like I said, I think Grayson Waller said that Austin Theory is injured, which sucks, like I said, mentioned earlier, because we should have gotten the payoff with them splitting,
Mm-hmm.
But your thoughts on this match and the LWO?
I'm like, we all knew who was going to win this match.
Yeah.
Balor and McDonough. I was like, yeah, nothing great, nothing special.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we had 2 El Grande Americanos here.
Oh, yeah. So a new masked wrestler debuts. Now, people are saying this is Pete Dunne.
Just look at the face. It is Pete Dunne.
Yeah, which kind of I feel like really like that's the best you got for Pete Dunne.
I said the same for Kaiser.
But you know what? Kaiser's actually rocking that gimmick.
So Grande Americano crap needs to end. It,
You know,
it has Vince McMahon written all over it. This is something that Vince McMahon would have done back in the day.
honestly, I don't mind it. I actually like the gimmick. I was actually really enjoying the storyline with Chad Gable.
Now, I respect your opinion, Datila, but it's awful.
I was saying there's more of them, although
Yeah,
right.
there's more of them.
But I
Fucking
do.
terrible.
Who knew Kaiser knew Spanish really well, right? Yeah, I was definitely surprised that he knew Spanish. Just goes to show you never know.
This El Grande Americano thing is lasting longer than when Hulk Hogan was Mr. America back in the day.
Kaiser speaks good español. Yes, he
I'll
does.
give it to Kaiser.
Yeah, sí habla muy bien el español. Me sorprendí mucho.
There you go. Learn. You can also learn Spanish from Datila too.
Yeah.
Our Rangers of Wrestling Latina.
Yeah. All right. So next we get a Gunther segment, and he comes face to face with CM Punk. Honestly, my one complaint is I wish this feud would have had a much better and longer build to this, because I feel like they kind of had to squeeze everything in this like what 2 weeks I think.
Yeah.
And I feel like with the proper build, this would have been such an epic feud, you know?
I agree.
Obviously, I think the match is going to be good, but I just, like, this feud could have just been so much more than what we got, you know?
I think Gunther's going over. He's going to retain.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But this is a good segment. I guess this is a good segment with CM Punk. He makes reference to the Detroit Red Wings, which are their hockey team.
Yes. They were in Detroit.
Yeah, this should main event night one. Yeah, I definitely do think it should main event night one. And of course, CM Punk also leaves SummerSlam with the world title. All right, so the main event was Jey Uso versus Bronson Reed. This was just your typical match. Like, the match ends in DQ. Breaker, gets involved. Roman Reigns comes out to help Jey. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed destroy Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, and then Bronson Reed steals Roman Reigns' shoes.
Yeah. And he speared both Jey and Roman through the barricade.
Yeah, he did. So that just tells me that they're losing at SummerSlam.
Bronson Reed stole those nice Jordans, Jordan whites.
I'm sure there was an expensive pair of shoes.
Yeah.
Let's see how much they cost. Like, I don't wear Jordans, but they can be pretty pricey.
I have a few Jordans here.
But yeah, Jordan whites, they're like, it says here they're $100, $159. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong one. I don't know. It says Bronson are really a bully steal Roman sneakers. It's not Jordans. It's the versions of Romans. Oh, okay. But yeah, and that is how Monday Night Raw went off the air. So basically, that tells me Jey Uso and Roman are pretty much winning at SummerSlam.
I thought this was the best. This was the best segment of the whole entire show.
Yeah, the match itself was, but the ending segment was good. So on a scale from a 1 to Sean Spears' perfect 10, had this been your run-of-the-mill Raw, I feel like I would have probably given it like a 6. But because this is a go-home show, and as I said, the go-home show is supposed to sell you the pay-per-view, you should want to be excited to tune into SummerSlam. I'm going to watch SummerSlam regardless.
Same.
I probably was also on eBay. You know how much folks would pay?
Yeah, they'll pay like $2,000, $3,000 for it.
Yeah, you can definitely make good money off of those shoes. Like I said, this show did not get me excited for SummerSlam. I even forgot this is a go-home show to SummerSlam until they reminded me SummerSlam was this weekend. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna give this a 4 as a go-home show.
I'm giving it a 3.
3.
This was terrible. This was a terrible show. It wasn't awful, though. It wasn't awful. It was just not that good.
Like I said, it wasn't a bad Monday night. Okay, this show is just a general Monday Night Raw. It was not a bad show. But as a go-home show, it was not a good go-home show. You know?
Yeah.
Bronson wears Roman Secrets at SummerSlam. Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
That's probably going to happen.
Yeah, right? Alrighty, Michael. Where can people find you this week? Get ready to sign off.
Well, you guys can find me at my channel down here, Michael101591. I do WWE reviews, Monday Night Raw, every Monday, SmackDown every Friday. I have movie reviews on my channel. I have DVD, Blu-ray, 4K updates. I have a podcast show that I do frequently with my co-host, Noah Kaser, which I think we're going to do a show on Wednesday. We're going to do SummerSlam predictions. Also, Datila pops up from time to time on my channel. So if you guys are subscribed to Datila here, come and subscribe to my channel. My Monday Night Raw review will be up after this live stream. So head on to my channel, check out my review where I go over the whole show, the matches, move to move in the matches. So if you like what you see, subscribe to my channel.
As for myself, you can follow me on Twitter at @Datila_. I talk wrestling and occasionally Power Rangers. I go live Mondays and Fridays now.
We don't cover AEW anymore.
I don't cover AEW anymore. And then I'm taking a hiatus from covering Body Slam for covering TNA on Body Slam. But make sure you guys check out my co-host Bert, as he and Io, who's in the chat, review TNA Impact every Thursday over on Body Slam.
That's why I keep telling Datila to review NXT.
No, that's not going to happen. That is not going to happen. Maybe I'll make a wager. At SummerSlam. We'll see. But with that being said, thank you guys all so much for watching and for the continued support. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell so you get notified whenever I go live or there's a new video. And I will see you guys Friday for the Friday Night SmackDown review and as well as the start of Power Month. So we'll see what Power Ranger stuff I do during Power Month.
Woo!
Bye.
See ya.